So good morning, guys. So let us continue our scripting session. So today is 8th October. (2023), 8:09 a.m. Yes. So in the last session, I took a session on day before yesterday, right? So in the last session, we had covered few of the scripts like how you can do automation on the remote servers, right? Suppose you have many servers, you want to do you want to perform some tasks. Right. Basically, you will try to use a SSH pass, right? SSH pass is basically it's a command which is used to which is used for doing automation purpose. See, whenever you have a username and whenever we have password, and you want to automate the task, then you need to use a SSH pass. Okay, so SSH pass, we installed that and we also wrote some scripts, actually 2 to 3 scripts, to show you how exactly you can play around with the remote servers using SSH pass. Clear? So now, what we are going to do, what would be today's agenda? What we are going to do now, let me start with the scheduling job first. It's simple, but it is very important for us, all of us, to learn. Scheduling jobs we can do with the two methods, guys. So one is with the scheduling with the add command, and other with the Crontab command or with the Crontab. So this is what we'll be doing it now. Now, what is the scheduling? It is all about. Okay, scheduling is something like, for example, guys, you have some tasks to be performed in the forcible feature. Like, for example, every week, right? Every week on every week means every weekend. That is on Saturday and Sunday. You want to take the backup of all the logs, all important logs, right? Let it be application logs, or let it be some kind of a DB logs, Apache logs, okay, some security related logs. So there are a lot of logs are getting generated in your system, as well as even sometime even the system logs also plays a very important role. System logs. So it becomes a very much important for us to take a regular backups. Actually, it's always why, because we have to take a regular backups, because usually whenever any system is given, the system has a limited hard disk space. Every system, every server has limited disk space. So logs are generated in a specific path, right? It depends. Like, for example, most of the system's logs, you know that it will always be placed under /var log. Okay, under this path, you will find a lot of system logs are being placed here. Similarly, you will have an application logs also. Usually what happens, right? Application logs, a user or whoever is a developer, right? He can make sure that application logs can be placed anywhere within a file system. Suppose, I'm just saying, suppose that he will create some directory by name like this, prod, okay, PA36, okay, something like HTML5, something like that. Under that, what happened, right? He will be having an ordering application, something like you have an ordering application. Under that ordering application, like ordering test one application, under that, what he will do, he will create a logs directory. So what happened? Assume that there is an application by name ordering test one application. This what happened, right? Whenever this application is running, this application will generate the logs. And where that log should be placed, the log should be placed under this path. Like this. So you have already been told to an application that please, whenever you're generating any logs, please put these logs under this path. Who does all these things? An application developer. So application developers make sure that application developers knows where to place the application logs. Guys, it is not like one application will always generate one log. If you have seen in a real time, an application can generate multiple different logs based on the requirements. And also, you know that every log will have some kind of a priority. So multiple logs are getting generated by the application. Okay. Like for example, normal logs, normal application like app log, dot log, that would be a log will be keep generated. How they'll generate means they will basically append the date stamp also. Like for example, like this. Like this, some date formatting they will generate like this, dot log. Like this, they will generate. Like here in our example, it is an application, it is an ordering application. How they will do, no? Ordering hyphen test one hyphen like this, they will generate a log. And where this log will be generated, guys? This log will be generated under this path only, under the logs directory. Okay. Similarly, the application will always generate many other logs. Like for example, gc hyphen log, gc.log. That is one type of logs. Like how it will be. I'm just giving an example. Ordering hyphen test one hyphen gc hyphen log, something like that. Ordering hyphen test one hyphen info dot log. See, an application keep generating many logs actually, and you know that all these logs will be going here. Whenever this application is not behaving properly, if there's any issue, what as a DevOps you'll do, you'll go to this path and you try to see these logs and try to triage the issue. What could be the issue? So at a particular given point of time, some issue has happened. Maybe the application has lost the connection with the DB, or the DB is not responding, or the DB might have gone down. So you'll get all kind of logs here in this info log. And every log has some priority. It means that the developer can even set the priority for the logs to be placed. It means that usually what happened, right? There are important logs are there, guys, which are kind of a critical logs, which are nothing but some important warnings. Like for example, some critical logs are there. Important warnings are there. Some important, very important warnings where you cannot ignore that warnings actually. There are so many other logs which are not but the normal warning logs are there, which can be ignored actually. But whereas there are some other logs are there, which is a warning itself, but those are important warnings. So based on the priority, guys, sometime what happened, right? If you get a critical logs, these logs will also be pushed under the same path. And you know very well that some critical logs will also send an email, or it will create ticket. It will create the ticket. What is the ticket mean? Maybe something like a ServiceNow ticket or some other tool ticket, and then send an automated mail also saying that, okay, this ticket has come and this ticket is having this critical log. Please look into that log. So whenever DevOps engineer, when he receives such emails and when he sees that, okay, a ticket is also generated and that log is a critical log, okay, based on the priority, he will know that actually, okay, it's a priority number one. Okay, it's a critical log. I need to address immediately. I think some of you might have come across with all such things, right? Because you need to even monitor the system logs. You need to monitor the ticketing tool also. Sometimes a lot of tickets will be generated in the tool. So we'll be keep refreshing within 5 minutes or 10 minutes, or else we'll be keep looking into like emails also many times, just to make sure that some mails have not yet come, where I need to address those tickets, or where I need to address those critical issues and all, right? So you would have come across with all such things. That's fine. So now the question comes that, sir, we are getting so much logs actually, and guys, these logs are very crazy. It means that though for us as a DevOps engineer, these logs might be important at that particular instant of time, right? But sometime what happened, right? It might not be very important for us if either logs are very older logs. But the same logs, right? It would be important for the developers or to the database engineer or to the security engineers. They need some logs because when they are working on a sprint cycle, right? They would have come across with many issues actually. When they come across with many issues, right? What these developers will do, right? They will keep a tab on each and every issue on which particular day when it came, or when we try to work on some new feature, or when we try to fix some existing issue with the application. Okay, at that particular instant of time, some logs were getting generated, right? And that generated logs will be placed in the logs directory. So what they will do, right? This path, right? This particular path for that particular log, right? This the permissions for these logs, will only be will only be with the DevOps engineer, right? Because this particular server where the logs are getting generated, right? This server, only the DevOps engineer has the access. Only the DevOps engineer has an access to that server. It means that he has a credential. He can log into the system. He can do anything. He can even give the permission also. He can even remove the logs also. He can do many things. So that's the reason what happened, right? Always a developer will try to contact to the DevOps engineer, and he will say that go to that logs, man, and go to the particular date and time. And at that particular day and time, please get that log to me and give to me that log. Like if some of you have worked on the Windows server, right? Or in your Windows machine, okay, or you might be supporting where you are using a Windows operating system. They many times what happens, the developers will ask you to please give an event logs, right? In Windows, you might have come in Windows, right? When a DevOps engineer works on Windows machine, he will be asked to provide the event logs. So you should know how to get the event logs, okay, for that particular application. Okay, what exactly developer is asking for, from which date to which date he needs the logs. Appropriately, you need to set and you need to generate the log, and you need to zip that log and place it in some FTP server. So once you get the logs, zip the logs and push it to some FTP server or some storage where the developer can get the logs. This is a kind of a routine work which now DevOps engineer will do, right? And so why I told you all this, because just to let you know that, okay, there are some important works are there whenever the DevOps engineer works, right? He would come across with a lot of logs actually. And even he has to, like analyze the logs because it is very important. And maybe sometime what happened, right? Some logs he might not understand. He would be able to better understand when he sits along with the developer. So that's the reason what happened, right? Many times the DevOps will be called in a call, actually, in a SWAT call, right? Or whenever any issue comes, right, immediately what happened, they will catch on some DevOps engineer and they'll tell they will tell you to come in the call, and also they will try to tell you that, okay, please share your screen and show me that log, show me this log. Why? Because that only the DevOps engineer will have an access to that server, guys. Developers or some other test engineers might not have an access. Hence what happened, right? They need to get that logs, or they need to see into that log. Or else sometime what happened, the developer itself will tell to the DevOps engineer that actually you please analyze the logs and you give us the status of that, or you give your analysis also. Or else you have to tell your analysis part, what you find out from that log, and what is your what is your view on the go about that issue, right? And what do you found out. So as when you're having a lot of experience as a DevOps engineer, guys, you will be able to understand very you'll be able to understand any kind of issue for the application by just looking into the logs itself. So please always make sure a habit of going through logs, understanding the logs, and ask relevant questions to a developer. Suppose you saw some log, maybe that might not be relevant to developer itself. Maybe you might not be able to understand, but still, if you are having any doubts, if you feel like, okay, what is this log is all about, you can ask actually. So what happened when the developer says that, okay, man, this log is generated at that particular time, whenever the application is doing some part of work, right? At that time, these logs are getting generated, but don't worry, please ignore that log. He will say like that. So what happened, right? That knowledge or that at least that idea will be there in your mind. And whenever you are trying in a better way tomorrow, right, you will be seeing that actually you will be working, you will understand, okay, which are the logs which you need to ignore, which are the logs which are important to you. At least you can differentiate between that actually. So that's what I would say, that suggest every DevOps engineer that please try to even learn or understand how to trace the issue by looking into the logs. Is it clear, guys? Still here? I hope it is clear. Any doubts you have? Anything you need to share from this? I know some of you might have gone through with all this stage while working as a DevOps engineer.
No.
But did you understood whatever I said till now? It is completely out of question. Whatever I was supposed to discuss at and Crontab, I didn't discuss that part. I discussed something on logs actually. Okay, any doubts? Oh, 1 second, guys. Let me off the fan actually. Anything? Gopal sir, Rudraya, anything? Any doubts you have? Ravi?
No, sir.
No, Rajesh.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, but whatever you understood, whatever you got to know, these are the normal activity where the DevOps unit does, right? Some of you might have already been doing this. I know that even I was doing in my previous organization when I was working, right, at Lumen Technologies, I was working on that. I was very much involved in tracing any kind of issues, right? Whenever application fails, or whenever the application doesn't comes up, or whenever suddenly the application stops responding to some queries, right, or to some request. So I was very much involved in doing this tracing activity. And this is very important. This is one of the part of the DevOps engineer, or this is one of the, you can say, as a bread and butter of the DevOps engineer. Bread and butter means normal routine every day. Right? You cannot say that I'm always involved in doing automation. No, automation is also there. You need to work with a lot of tools also on DevOps tools. Plus, you need to even have a very good knowledge, or you should have a good hold on triaging any application issue also. This is more or like as a support work, we say actually. But still, being a DevOps engineer, even though you work with a lot of other high-end technology you work, maybe you might work in Kubernetes, you might work in Docker, right? Still, what happened that you should have a habit of triaging issue, because you try to learn, you try to work on any other higher end tool, like you work on Kubernetes. There also you need to do a lot of analysis, logs analysis, like pod analysis, right? Sometimes pod will get failed. Pod will not respond properly. So you need to go through a lot of logs. For the particular time you need to go actually. You have to even check like from when or from what time the pod stopped responding. Maybe the pod stopped responding 8 hours back. Assume that. You need to see the logs up 8 hours before. You need to check, oh, what is the current time now? Okay, it is evening. It's evening 8 o'clock. Okay, I need to see what's the logs from the 12 o'clock onwards. So you have to start triaging the issue. You should start looking to the logs from 12 o'clock onwards. So if you see that logs, right, you'll be able to get some idea. Okay, so at that same instance, what happened, right? Sometime what happened, right? How intelligent you should be means you are watching an application log. Parallelly, even you should watch the Apache logs also at the same time. Application logs, Apache logs, security logs. These 3 logs you'll be watching parallelly for the same time. Now, when you're watching it or when you're triaging the issue very, very properly, right, at the same instant, definitely you'll get a clue on what exactly happened during that time, whether Apache was properly responding or not, or on your web server. Okay, and the application, what it was giving, DB at the same instance, what information it was showcasing in the logs, as well as some kind of a security related. Maybe some kind of a security might have happened, right? Due to which what happened, right? You might, you might able to understand what exactly happened. I will give a classical example just on Friday, what it happened, right? In our company, like in our workplace, what we're doing, right? We had written we are using Azure pipelines actually, okay, Azure DevOps pipeline. And we were trying to deploy an application through our Azure DevOps pipeline. Right now, what happened, right? Azure DevOps pipeline, what we're doing, the pipeline was getting failed actually. And we were very much surprised actually why it was getting failed. All means just 15 minutes back, I had run one pipeline, it was getting failed, it was passed. Now, after 15 minutes, suddenly it stopped working actually. And I'm not able to get any logs, proper logs from the Azure DevOps. Then I asked my senior teammate, He said he was very much surprised. He saw what is going on. Suddenly, like it stopped working, and he said, Rajesh, it is looking very strange to me. Why it is stopped? I said, Rajesh, can you try? I said, sir, I'm not that good in the Azure DevOps, but I don't know. You tell me the path of the logs or where I am to search. I will search and I will let you know, because I am also very new to Azure DevOps, right? Like since from last 4 months, I've been working in that. So I told very clear that I might not be good in, like understanding all these things. So it's better you try some time. I told him, but he said, okay, fine. And he tried it. He also didn't get. You know what nonsense nasty happened? The whole Azure DevOps, everything, we are working for a client, guys, actually. One of the client. And this entire setup, everything, we are doing a video access to the client, right? We are logged into their network and we work on the project, actually. We work on the migration part. And suddenly what happened? No, they, without any intimation, they started upgrading the Azure repo, actually. What are the Azure repos are there, no, where all the repositories are kept, no, they started upgrading without our notice, actually. Obviously, when I was running a pipeline, right, obviously it was trying to fetch some data from the repo. The repo itself was not stable. Repo itself was down. How the pipeline will work? But ultimately, what happened? The logs, I'm not able to get the proper logs. I was thinking where I will get a logs where I can triage the issue. I was not getting the logs in Azure DevOps. Then only I asked the question like how to triage this issue or where to get the logs. So it is very simple, but what happened? It literally killed our 2 hours of time, because we didn't understood why it is failing. Because first half an hour we were thinking that okay, there could be issue in our pipeline only. But the question comes that all these days it is stable only. How come suddenly it fails? So 100% we confirm that okay, it is not an issue from our end. Something from the client end only there's an issue. So it took for us to triage this issue for half an hour or 1 hour. So we wasted our time. And finally, we got to know that repo were getting updated without our notice. So it took another 2 more hours. So we stopped all our work for 2 hours. We waited for some more time, and then we got a confirmation. So this is a very, very, very common thing which happen in most of the industry. Even big companies, like many big companies, even like Microsoft, also sometimes they will fail in a process. Actually, a process is something like where you need to intimate to the whole people who are working on a project. Now we are doing an upgrade. Please stop doing something. Always, if you're doing something, you might lose your data. So we are like, please stop doing that work. You will get an email, actually. Once the email comes, right, then what happened? That whole team will be intimated and we'll stop our working, and then we'll proceed. And usually what happened, that this upgrade and all, they cannot do it everything on the weekdays. No, it is not at all good, actually. You have to keep all this upgrade during weekends only. But usually you, in some companies, even in my previous organization, right, no, happy sadly Monday, Tuesday, working day, they started upgrading database and all. And it was so pathetic, in the weekends, they're not doing it, in weekdays, they're doing it. That was very, very, like, pathetic thing, which some companies adopt those processes. Okay, now come back to here, guys. So what I was trying to tell that, so we are having an important logs, actually, and we need to always take a backup of these logs, right? And also what happens sometimes, how you take a backup of all the logs. And it is, as I said, right, it is very important, because someday the developer might come and ask you, oh, I need last month or 2 months back logs, actually. As a DevOps engineer, you cannot say no, or you cannot say that why you are asking 2 months back. It might be his requirement, guys. It might be his requirement that actually his requirement that he needs a logs, because he need to try the issue. He might be fixing some important issue, and he would have fixed that issue that 2 months back, but due to some reason he would have missed that logs, and now that issue has again raised it. Now he need to find it out. Okay, on that particular day I ran, it was working fine. Now suddenly why it stopped working? I need to see that log. So as a DevOps engineer, you cannot say no that I cannot give that log. You have to give that log. So usually what happened in every organization, what happened, they will create as an archive. Archive is nothing but there's a place where all older logs are, kept. Right. Now, what happened, guys? Now, it's a mandatory for the DevOps engineer that he need to take a regular backups of all the logs, right, important logs, and he need to place that important logs. He need to take a log, zip that logs, and then place that log in the archive folder. Clear, guys? So now, what happened, right? So this is what we do it, or this is what the DevOps engineer will do it. How they will do it, basically. Okay, they will say that, okay, we are going to write a script for that, actually. A shell script for that we are going to write. Yes, very good. We'll write a shell script. We can do even the manually also. Manually also can do. Manually can do. But it will take more time. But it will take more time. But it will take more time. And it is not good way to do manually. Hence, we need to automate this task also. Automate the manual work. So we will try to write a shell script. After writing a shell script, you know that Rajesh, every day, weekend, that is on Saturday and Sunday, right? Exactly at evening 6 o'clock, whatever time you might have set actually, exactly at 6 p.m. IST, I need to take backup of all the logs which are older than 1 week. So whichever logs which are older than 1 week, those logs only you need to take, you need to zip the log as I mentioned here, zip the log and then place it in archive. Correct? So to do that, what you do that, you have written a script, you can go and normally you can go Sunday or Saturday, Sunday, you can log into your system, okay, and then you can run that script so that it will take a regular backup. But why you need to log in on Saturday, Sunday and do it? So run that script, what regular, run that script in weekends. Okay, by logging in on both Saturday and Sunday. But the point is that why you need to do this? Why you have to log in it? Can't you schedule a job? Is there any method to schedule a job? Yes, there's a method. You can schedule a job using a cron job. A cron job. So cron job is something like it will schedule any kind of a job to be executed in a near future. Suppose you say that, sir, every month, the 30th of every month, right? Some job has to get scheduled. Yes, you can schedule it. Sir, every Sunday, okay, every Sunday, sir, every weekend, that is Sunday, okay, there is a requirement of copying the database tables from the production server to the test server. Means test database server, DB test servers. So you have written a script for that, guys, and that script you have set as a cron job. It means that you have scheduled that job using the cron job. Clear? So now it is very important for us to understand, and it is very simple, but why I took so much of time of explaining all the things, but this is very, very much important, very much mandatory for all of us. Whoever are in a DevOps, right? We need to understand all these things. And there's a process for doing all this, guys, actually. You need to follow that process. That's all. So now what happened, right? You have a basic add command in Linux, as well as you have a crontab command. Crontab command. Okay. So what is the difference between add command? So add command is very useful for scheduling one-time tasks. It means that suppose you need to regularly execute. Today you need to execute some one task. Actually, you can set an add command. With the help of an add command, you can set a job for today at particular time. So that will not get routinely get executed. Just one-time task. Whenever you want to execute any task for one time, you can just use an add command to set it. Yeah, it will work fine. But you say that regularly or periodically, the job has to get executed every day. Like for every every time, whenever you want, right? Like for example, as I said, right, every weekend you need to take a backup and you need to place an archive. Or every Sunday, I need to copy the database tables from the production server to the test environment servers, test DB servers. So you need to do that regularly, periodically, every weekend or every week, right? Then you need to set a cron tab actually. So cron tab is something like, so examples for the add command. Like for example, what you can give examples like shut down your system, at the specified time, or as what else? What are the things? Taking one-time backup, okay, taking one-time backup. That is also okay. You can set a cron job actually. For the syntax, what is syntax for the cron job is that actually, sorry, for that job, For example, if I want to execute some command, like for example, I'll say echo, suppose like something, I am executing bash command and there is some script known as a backup.sh. .sh script is there. You want to execute that script actually. Okay, pipe it to at of something like 9 a.m. like something. See, you can set this like this actually. Clear, guys? Or else what I have to do, no? In the command line you are doing. This is something like you are executing or in command line. I will show you this now, or in the command line, or in the command line. Command line. First, run first something like can use at of 9 a.m. something. You have to use the command at of 9 a.m. Then you enter it and then give the command and give the command or script to run, and finally press Control D, Control press D. So, for example, if you go over here, okay. So whenever you are playing with the scheduling, so scheduling frequency run immediately. So scheduling frequently run immediately is achieved using add command, or frequencies run once at a time, Ravi. Only one time we are running. That's all. Add command. Okay, most of the people even doesn't know what is add command also, but it is there actually. Okay, so it is always Becca. It is always better that actually that whenever you're scheduling a job, you can even do as a normal user also, but I'm using as a root user here. So I'll switch to the root user. Now, suppose, for example, if I give the date command, so show me the current time and date. Correct. So it is 3:10. Suppose you say that Rajesh at 3:12, I want to set something. We can say add. Okay. Before that, let me execute the TTY command. Okay. /dev/pt/0. Okay. I'll execute the date command. So it is 3:11. So we'll say add of 3:12. I'll set it. Add command not found. Yum install add -y. Okay. Add, I have installed it. So now if I execute the date command, okay, if I execute date command, so it is 3:11. So I'll say at of 3:13, I'll say 13. So here you could see it has gone to the add prompt. What I will do, I'll just say echo something. Hello, everyone. Something. It's not really hello, everyone. Okay, and I will say enter and I'll say Control D. So you could see that actually that you have come out actually. Okay. Now, how to check whether what are the jobs which are running actually? So there is a command as ATQ. So you could see that ATQ at 3:13, right? You have set one job. The job number is 1, right? If you execute the date command, you could see that actually that you have set it to, it is about to execute. But here what I did now, guys, I have said I did echo hello everyone. I should have given a terminal on which terminal this hello everyone should be printed, but let us see. So let me schedule one more job actually. So 8:50 at, let us see if it is printing or not actually. So I'm about to execute. Yeah. So it has not printed here into the console. Because here what happened, it has to print, but where to print it doesn't know actually. So what we can do that I can give a at of 3:14. Okay, 3:14. What is it actually? It is AM, right? I have to give AM, and then like I will give echo hello. Redirect it to /dev/pt/0. pts/0, and then I'll take Control D. So now I'll do the date command. So it is about to execute. Let us see. Oh, it is supposed to get execute, guys, but not sure. It has to execute here. But we can write a script and we can run that script. Actually, that script will get executed at that particular time, actually. Okay. So this is a very, very simple way to execute. Suppose you have some script actually, right? Like something like backup.sh script is there. So you can write a logic to take a backup of to do whatever the logic you write to take a backup. And then what happened that you need to give the permission for that script actually, right? And then what you have to do that you need to schedule a job, add job actually. Clear? So at that time, what happened, right? This add job will try to execute that particular task itself. So now what happened that you have a ATQ command. It will show you what are the jobs are there. Okay, already some jobs already been executed, right? But we didn't get the output. Okay, I mean it didn't showed up into the console actually. But now what happened that I want to remove it actually. Okay, you have something like at RM and specify the job name. So you can remove that particular job actually like this. Right, at RM1. Okay, or else you can date command. Okay, it's 3:15. Okay, I can set some job actually. Echo. Hello everyone. It is not working actually. /dev/pts/0 pipe it to add of 3:17 a.m. No attd is running. System ctl restart att system ctl status att. I think yeah, now it is running. I think yes, it was not running earlier. Now it was running actually. ATQ. So basically, you have set a job here like this. You could see that you have set a job here at 3:17. Okay, and now if you put the time, date time, let's see. Okay, another few more seconds are there to execute. Let us see whether this is printing or not. Hello world. Hello everyone to this. Okay. No, guys, it has not executed. I will see why it is not. It has to execute. It has to. You have to get this string into your here itself. You have to get the string because I'm executing in the same terminal only, right? /./pts/0. It has to come here only. That hello everyone, right? It has to come. I will check why it is not coming. I will let you know. So now, apart from this, actually, the very important is that you always set a cron job. Now, there are some things are there, like in that at, suppose if you go to the man of at, you will be able to get a lot of information about how to set an at job. Okay. Suppose you say that Rajesh schedule a task at coming 10 a.m., right? So you know that actually you use a at of 10 a.m. like this, you will get it actually. Suppose you say that Rajesh schedule a task at 10 a.m. on coming Sunday, something. I'll just say 10 a.m. Coming Sundays, you have to just say Sunday, like that you have to put that stuff. Or schedule a task at 10 a.m. on coming 25th of October. So 10 a.m. Okay, 10 a.m. like that, and you have to say October 25th, like this. Something like that. You can even schedule a job in the future. It's not only for today, on any day, but you are only setting only one-time execution. Once the job is executed, it will never do the repetition again. But whereas a cron job, it will do the repetitive task again and again. That's the reason people usually don't use this at command. They prefer to go with the cron job only. Okay. Okay, guys. Chalo. Now, okay. Now, what about your Crontab actually? Scheduling jobs with Crontab. With Crontab. So a cron tab is basically used for running a specified task on kind of a regular intervals. Okay. The cron tab is used for running specific jobs or specific tasks on a regular interval. Okay. Interval. So each user, like he might be a root user or normal user, any user can schedule the cron job. Can schedule the jobs using cron tab command. Okay, so the syntax for the cron tab is, guys, okay, it shows you something like in minutes, hours. There's no comma actually. Okay, hours, days, month, weekdays, and then at the end you need to specify either command or a script. This is the syntax section. So you have stars like this, 5-star, first star, second star, third star, fourth star, and the fifth star. Like this, 5 stars are there. Okay, so there are 5 fields. So totally there are 6 fields are there. 1 field, second field, third field, fourth field, fifth field, and the sixth field. The sixth field is you need to place either the job or the command itself. Whatever the commands or the job you need to execute, right? That you need to set it here. Okay, and always don't change the order actually. It is always mandatory. You have to, this should always be first minutes and then hours and then day, then month, then weekdays. You cannot say that, okay, Raj, first let me put the command or script at the first and then, no, you need to always maintain this order. So what I want to write here, don't change the order, and 6 fields, 6 fields are separated by spaces, separated by. Okay, and always you will see that actually all these first 5 fields, whatever you are seeing, right? All these first 5 fields are nothing but those are integer patterns. So all the first 5 fields are integer patterns. It means that you need to provide some integers actually. Integers or star actually. And the sixth is nothing but, and the sixth field, and the sixth is the command or script to execute. This is a simple, guys. This is a simple syntax actually. Okay. So the first field is minute, right? The minute means actually it is from 0 to 59 minutes. Hours is nothing but 0 to 23. 0 to 23 hours. Days are nothing but 1 to 31 days. I know some of you already know this, all these things. Months are nothing but 1 to 12. So 1 means January, 2 means February, like that. 12th is nothing but December. Weekdays is nothing but the value is from 0 to 6 actually. 0 to 6. Where 0 is Sunday. Where 0 is Sunday. And Monday is 1, like that. And so on and so forth. Clear? And this is nothing but your command actually. command or the script, whatever you are execute, right? That will be command or script. No. It is Priyanka. It is same whatever I mentioned, right? First is minute, second is hour, third is day, fourth is a month, and fifth is a weekday actually, or day of the week. We say this is very guys. This is a very common. They ask in every interview about this. Every interview they ask about this cron job. Okay. So now what are the commands we use, guys? Actually for the cron job. So to schedule a job, actually first you use a Crontab -e to schedule a job. Crontab -l to list the jobs. That's the command. And Crontab -r to remove the jobs. To remove all the jobs. Remove all the jobs. Now, if I go over here and if I execute date command, sorry, if I execute the Crontab -l command, you could see that no cron job sets for the root user. And if you set the systemctl status cron D, I think cron D or cron D, see that service is always running. It means that cron tab or the cron service should be installed in a system. By default, it is installed. You need not to worry about that. Okay, cron is running actually. You can even restart the cron also. Sometime what happened, right? Where you would have set a cron job, but sometime what happened, the cron job will not be executed properly at all. Then you will get a doubt like why it is not getting executed, because you might have been doing as a normal user. Correct. Even the normal user also can do it actually. Like for example, if I exit out, CentOS is a normal user. Even he can run like this Crontab -l. He can execute that command because this Crontab is applicable to all the user, but whether it be a root user or whether it be a normal user, it will be applicable for everyone. So sometimes the job is not getting executed at all. Maybe your cron D service, this service might not be responding properly. Then what happened? You will raise a ticket to the system admin for the particular server, and you will say that, sir, in that server, in this particular server, right, the cron is not working properly. So what that system admin or what the DevOps team will do, that he will restart the cron D service. He will just say systemctl restart cron D. He'll first see the logs. Through the logs, he will understand, okay, cron D somehow it is not responding properly. So then he will restart. Once he restarts, what happened? All the cron jobs will start working again. Clear? So now what you are going to do, now let us switch to the root user. Let me execute a very simple job, guys. Okay. What is that simple job? For example, I want to set a cron job. I'll just say Crontab -e. So whenever you want to create any cron job, you have to always use a Crontab -e. And here what happened, right? You have to give something like star, 5 stars. What I'm doing, okay, ls-ltr temp directory, that I need to, that output I need to redirect unto something like under the temp, some demo.txt. I want to set a cron job. It means that whatever this output of this command is there, right, that I need to redirect to a file by name demo.txt. Right? So what happened here? You mentioned star. Star means every minute. Okay, every minute will be executed, every hour. Right? And what is the third star? Every day. Every day. Every day. Third is every day. Fourth, every month of the day, and every day of the week. Like that, this is the star. And this, whenever you're studying a job, guys, this would be for that particular year only. By default, it will consider since we are in 2023, it will always look for the particular year only. You cannot schedule a job for the 2024, 2025 now only. No, because Crontab are for the particular year. But when you set it, automatically this will also be applicable even for the next year also. I mean, you need to reset again and again. But whatever the jobs you set, no, that will always consider for that particular year only. Now what happened, guys? I'm going to save this, shift : WQ, enter. See, I've set the cron job. Right now it's the cron job. You could see that after 1 minute. So under the temp, you could see that a file by name demo.txt will get created. That demo.txt will have a LSF and LTR output of the temp directory. So you could see that after some time, the demo.txt will get executed. So you can run a watch command on LSF and L. So you could see after 1 minute, you could see that a demo.txt file will get created. Can you see here? A file by name demo.txt got created, right? I'll say Control C. When I do a cat of demo.txt, can you see here? This has an LSF and LTR output. Clear, guys? So this is a very simple way where I showed you to how to set a cron job. Now, after doing that, you want to what are the cron jobs which are running in a system? You can just say crontab -L. So it will show you that okay, this is one job. It has executed. It has been set actually. So a lot of people what they do, right? When they try to create a cron job, crontab with -E, they will always try to put a comment like this. They will try to tell what is this job is all about. So this you can mention like this. This job is to display the LSF and LTRs temp and something redirect it to demo.txt file, something. So for some, what happened, sometime what happened, right? If you go to the industry, you will see there are so many, like 15, 20 cron jobs have been already been set by running. It has been running. You don't know what the job does, what this cron job jobs does actually. But somebody would have known, the professional people, what they know, they'll put the comment. So this cron job or this job is used to take a database table copy to take up backup of database tables every Sunday at 6 p.m. IST. Like that they will mention, and below that they will write a job like this. They'll write a job like this. So this is something hash is not a comment, but here through this you will be able to know what that particular cron job does. So whenever you are setting a cron job, please make a habit of writing what exactly a cron job does. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
So now, like that, what happened, right? You can write a script, like, and you can take a regular backup of the script, regular backup by putting that job in a cron job, actually. Correct? By putting in a cron job. Is it clear? Right. Let me check whether I have the /var ww HTML. Yeah, nothing is there, but assume that there is something like a something. You have this file. Suppose assume that you need to take a regular backup of this all the files under the /ww HTML. So you need to take a regular backups of every time. So what you will do now? You can write a script actually. Like for example, vi but my underscore website underscore backup.sh, whatever might be the case actually. So #ban /bin/bash. So I'm quickly writing the script, guys. Don't worry. So who is the author? Author is Rajesh. Okay. And what that does actually, you can even mention the revision also. Like revision is 1.0. That is a 1.0 version actually. Okay. And then here what you will do, right? You will write an src is equal to, okay, what is it? /var ww/html. Destination, where you need to take a backup actually. I need to take a backup under the /backups directory, something like that. Okay. Or else you can even set as a edtb. Okay. Date of less of percentage p underscore percentage of d. What is it? I will tell you later. Don't worry about that. Percentage y underscore percentage H underscore percentage M or S like this. So check if this destination exists, means dot slash backup exists. If it exists, okay, then it's okay. Or else, if it doesn't exist, what you have to do that you have to first create a backup directory like this, right? After that, what you're doing here, you have to use if condition here actually. Okay, but okay, that's fine. I can even test this way also. Okay, I will create a tar balloon. Tar hyphen C V F. Even you can even use a Z P, right? Dollar of destination. That's what there you need to take a backup. My website.com like this, with this name you were creating like this. My website.com underscore something backup. Okay, backup dot of dollar of what is that? ETDB. This dot tar dot gz. So from where you're taking backup, you're taking from the SRC like this. See, you have written a very simple basic script on taking a backup, regular backup of the /var www.html, right? Whatever you have this index.html, you need to take a regular backup because today it might change now. In another half an hour, index.html again will change. So you need to take a regular backup actually. So where you have kept the script, guys, you have kept the script under your path only /root. So you have to give a chmod plus x my website dot backup dot sh. You can keep that, right? And now what you have to do that you need to place in a cron job. So how you place a cron job? So you know that Rajesh under the /root, I have a script by name my website underscore backup dot sh. Good, very good. Now what are you going to do? You are going to go to the cron tab -L or cron tab -E. Sorry. So let me remove this lines. Right now, what you will do that, Rajesh, I want to. My requirement is that actually that. So what is my requirement is that actually, guys, my requirement is that if I just wait a second, if I execute a date command. So what is the date command now? Now 336 actually, 336 actually, right? Now you will say that Rajesh 350 I want to execute it actually. 350 this job has to get executed, right? And what is the today? Today is nothing but it is a 8th October and I want to, today is Sunday itself actually, okay, 0 to 6 Sunday only. So I want to execute this job. So what you're going to do, you would just say Crontab -E, edit, okay. I want to execute at the 50th minute. So first is nothing but minute, that is 50th minute, okay. And what is the hour? 350, okay, 350. And what is it? The third star, guys. That third star is nothing but the day actually. So today is nothing but the 8th of October. Okay. What is a month actually? 10th month. And what is a day? Today is Saturday, right? It is 5. Okay. So what you're doing now? /root / my underscore website underscore backup dot sh. See, you set a cron job like this. Now I will save this. I'll save this cron down. Is it clear, guys? So how we are setting it here? See, you're setting it like this actually. So only on today, that is 8th October, that is a 10th month, and that is on Saturday only, it will work. This script is working. But this will work for a particular time only, but this might not work for the next year again. Because the next year, the same day might not fall on Saturday, it might fall on some other day. So to make sure that it can be any day means you can make it as a star here. Suppose you are making sure that this script has to even execute for the next year also, then you have to consider the last star. But since we are running for this particular year, I know that this is nothing but this is Saturday is nothing but the 5th actually. So I have to mention 5th. Or else you can even mention star also. So this is also perfectly works fine. So this, if you schedule it one time, no, the same day, that is 8th October, again at like 3:50 a.m. right, UTC time, this script will get executed like this. Is it clear, guys? Guys, any doubts you have till here?
No, sir.
Suppose my requirement is that
Okay.
that every hour I want to execute it. Every hour I want to execute the same script. What are we going to do? Every hour. So you can just say Crontab, or else I can write it. The same, let me write the same, let me copy this work job actually. Okay, let me come over here. So I have this job actually. You know that I'm executing this backup.sh. So we'll say that Rajesh, every hour I want to execute, or every once in 2 hours. So 0 is the first 0. Second is a star /2. Every hour I want to execute. Again, I'll say star. So this particular job, that is a root website, right? It will get executed once in every 2 hours. This will get executed. You will say, Rajesh, every 15 minutes I want to execute. First is a star. Second is slash, like this. Start. Every 50 minutes. Every 15 minutes, it will get executed. Okay, like this. Correct? So like that, there are many stuffs are there. If you go to the Google and if you go to the Crontab Guru, like that, if you try to search like this, you'll get a website by name crontab.guru. So here what happened, right? Whatever you require, right? You can mention the time actually like this. You can just verify. It will give you that particular time when the cron job will get executed. Like that, it will give it. Or else you can, if you come down, if you see the examples here, he will explain everything very detailedly, like what exactly is all about actually. Clear? So this you can go through it, you can set it. Before you set it, you try to verify it actually. Right? For example, here, what is it actually? Like this. Okay, what is it? Is 10 and 1.
Fifth argument missing, sir.
Yeah. So at 3:50 on the day of month 8th in October, right? This will get executed like this. So this way you will be able to check what exactly the cron job is. So a lot of people will use it because always while setting it the cron job, right? What you have to make sure that you have to first check your system date time. Your date and time you have to check. Oh, it is in UTC, not in IST. Based on this timing only, you need to set it actually. So some people, what happened in industry when they're doing, they will mistakenly set for the IST timing, but that server will be in the US actually. So you have to either, so it will be either it will be either Pacific time, PST time, or it will be something M time, mountain time. So based on the time only you have to set it, guys, because you are running in the server, right? So ground job has to be set for this timing only, not for your time actually. So that always be careful when you are setting your ground job. Okay, now a simple question for you. For example, guys, the same backup script actually, I want to execute morning 9 o'clock and evening 9 o'clock. How you're going to do? Morning 9 o'clock. So 09, start. This is morning 9 o'clock. My website. Okay, whatever. What about evening? 0 or evening is 21, right? Like this.
Then we use comma, sir. 9, 21.
Yeah, we can do. Yeah, I'm coming to the 20. Now you'll say, because we are setting both jobs, why you have to do twice like this? I can say 0 space 9 comma 21 like this. Like this you can. So both the times, morning 9 and evening 9, both will get executed. This script will get executed. Okay. So you'll say that, sir, every like every Sunday at evening, morning 5 a.m. and evening 5 a.m. Both the time I have to execute, sir. What you have to do? No problem, sir. You can just 0. Okay. What is it actually? 05, morning 5, and evening is 17, right? No, first is nothing but 0. Afterwards, you have to 5, 17, 17, star, star, 0 means Sunday. Only Sunday you want to execute it. Okay, like this. Right? So, what else, guys? On every Sunday, 5 p.m., okay, fine. On every Saturday, okay, fine. I think, okay, that's pretty much fine, okay. You will say that, sir, yearly I want to execute actually. Every year, 1st of Jan, I want to execute actually, every year. So you have to just say 0, 0, sorry, 0, 0, 1, 1, star. Like this. Every year, 1st of Jan, you are executing this job. You will say, sir, yearly I want to execute actually, yearly. So you can just say at of yearly, like this. This is also there. At of yearly, space, specify this job actually. Even you can even set it at monthly like this, but usually people don't do. At daily also you can set. Okay, at hourly. I have not used this personally, but it's there actually. Okay.
Sir, for this, what time it will take? So it will take the whenever we have executed this script.
At yearly means that's the 1st January. At monthly means 1st of every month.
Oh,
Daily means night at 12 o'clock, like that when it's 00, right?
okay.
At it will start. At hourly means every hour. When it is a 0th hour and 0th minute and every hour it like so. Like that. I have not used this personally, but I'm just telling you, they're all there. Like for example, even for example, you are actually running some database actually, right? You want to, after that you need to reboot actually. So you can just like do like this reboot, right? And if you're having something like under /home, you have something known as a something /db.sh something like, right? So once the reboot is done in a system, immediately what happened, right? This script will start running executed. So it will say check if the system is rebooted. Yes, check system rebooted. After system is rebooted, once the system comes up, start immediately running this job actually. So this also I have seen in some places where I have not used it, but I've seen this that they're using at reboot also in some of the cron jobs actually, like this. Okay, guys, chalo. So this is all about scheduling. So we took a lot of time today, but anyhow, it was good that we discussed few of the important things about the logs and everything. So I will have one more around 15-20 minutes. I have one more discussion on how exactly to monitor the logs and all. I'll have a discussion on that also. Not now, after some time we'll have. Maybe after 1 or 2 sessions or 3 sessions we'll have that. Now, guys, my requirement now. So let us write some intermediate script now. Very simple, basic scripts we'll write. Simple scripts. I'll write either 1 or 2 scripts. Simple scripts we'll write now. Okay. Now, for example, suppose you know that. Yes, Suraj, tell me. Good.
I have one doubt. Actually, I have set the one cron job at morning 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
But any reason my server got restarted during this period. So once the server restarted and the cron job will run automatically, or this will run another day.
Yeah, next day it will run, obviously, because see, it always check for the elapsed time. Elapsed time means it always check, see what the cron D service will do. This cron D, if you do a systemctl cron D, right? When you do a systemctl, this is a service. This is the service. This is a daemon service which is running. What this daemon service will do, daemon service will always check what is the time which has been scheduled. So when the time will get expired, when the time set is will get expired, as soon as it sees that okay, this time has arrived or this time is it get expired, immediately it will try to run this job actually. So usually what happens, cron job usually take 1 or 2 seconds to run the job. So once this timer get expires, right, after that, within 1 or 2 seconds, it will start executing that whatever the job you have mentioned here at the end actually. Now what happened, when you say that when the system is rebooted and all, right, even though the job will be there, right, it will try to how the cron will do, no, it will try to check what are all the jobs which are there, right? If we list it, right, what are jobs are there, it will try to check each and every job's time expiry. That's the reason what the cron day service will do, it will check, always check all the 5 fields, it will always check actually. All these 5 fields it will check. And it will check, and it will always compare with the current times. So current date time is there, right? What are the current date time is there, right?
Rajesh, you are not.
Yes.
Yeah, continue.
So guys, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So it'll always compare with that, sir. Now what happened? Your reboot has been done. Now suddenly reboot was happened. No, the timer has expired now. It was supposed to execute the job, but your system got rebooted. No problem. Next day it will run the same job at the same instance.
Okay.
That's why it is why we are using cron job, because it will schedule in the regular way every day. For that particular year, it will do that. Unless until you are not hard coded the month or the day, it will try to run on almost the same prescribed time, whatever you mentioned. Okay, guys. So now, Suraj, this is fine.
Yes, yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Now we will try to understand, or we will try to write a very simple script, guys. Now, first let us see. See, for example, you know that if you execute the date command, you will get this time actually 3:50:24. This is the time it's showing. If you're executing again, it will show you that it is 3:50:30 seconds. Now you execute 34 seconds. So I want to display something like a digital clock. You know, like in the digital clock, where it will keep showing me this updated time only. You need to read it, man, actually. You need to read it. Or else what happened, like if you are having a root access, you have to go to the /var log. Under that, you have a cron job. See, can you see cron? So that particular cron job date, right? That you need to check it actually. Right? This is the latest one. If you do LSF and LTR, you could see that this would be the latest cron job actually. The latest cron job. Where is it, man? This is the latest cron job actually. So just see it. So these are the cron jobs. This is the latest cron job. Clear? So /var log cron. Okay, now. Okay, so what I was trying to say here, when I took the date command, you could see that actually I'm getting this. So can I write a script, Rajesh, where I can display as a digitally? It should be keep updating. Okay, it should show something like now it is 31, 51, 31, 52, 53, 54. It should be keep displaying like that. So can I do it actually? Yes, sir, you can do it actually. How to do that? For example, let me do think. You'll say, Rajesh, I want only this time actually. I want this time. How to display that? I'll just say date of what is it? Plus of percentage of t. Let's see. Yeah, this will display. So this is what I need the output actually. Now what I will do that I will execute this one. I will sleep it for something like 1 second. 1s means 1 second. And again, I will try to run this actually. Let's see this output, how it works. So date of plus percentage t, and I'm giving 1 second. Again, I'm running it. Yeah, see, I'm able to get it. Okay, after 1 second, I'm getting this. Again, you'll say, Rajesh, I want to give one more of sleep second. Again, I want to run this. Yeah, you can do it. Okay, see, I'm getting this continuous clock like this. Oh, okay, it means that I'm digitally, it is showing you that, okay, what is the time? But guys, do you think that, yeah, I mean, it should not happen like this, right? Because I want to only get the latest one day. It should show only one time. It should not show like this actually. So what are you going to do for that? So you will say that after you do for a sleep of 1 second, you need to clear the screen. Okay, let me do one thing. Guys, some work is going on here. You might hear some noise. Clear command. So clear date plus percentage sleep. Again, what? 1 second. Again, after that, sorry guys. Again, after that, what you will do that you will use a clear command. Clear command, and then date plus percentage s. Okay, 1 second. Again, you do a clear command. Okay, it means that it should always clear the screen. It should display this time. Wait for 1 second. Again, clear the screen so that you will not be able to note. Now you see how the output. See, 18, 19. Yeah, that's all. So it means that whatever you need it, you are able to achieve this. So it is showing me the. You can even add some more like this actually, right? Correct? 35, 36, 37. Okay, gone. Okay, we have achieved it. So this is what, guys, I need it actually to show digitally to show the current time with seconds. So now, guys, how I can do in a script now? Okay, good. But I got this logic. Okay, I can use the date with the plus percentage t option, and then I have to use this clear command to clear, and I have to always introduce a sleep case. So if you want to execute permanently everything, so you know that okay, I need to use some kind of a looping actually. Either I can use a for loop or the while loop. Right now, let's see whether I will write a script or not for this. Okay, I will write something like a digital clock .sh, whatever the script might be. I'll write the script name like this: hashbang /bin/bash. Okay, and then like I can use any for loop. I'll use a while true because I want to continuously execute, right? Either you can use while true or either use like this while colon. Both are correct. Both are same actually. Or say while true, do, close this with done. So this is a syntax for the while loop. Clear, guys? Now what I'm going to do here? 1 second, guys. I'm getting a call. 1 second. Okay, guys. Sorry. Yeah. So now what I'm doing, while true. Okay, what I need to do here? Next line, give one space. I will first I need to clear the screen. Yes. Then I need to do a echo of dollar of date plus percentage t. And I need to give it for sleep for 1 second. Right, guys? Do you agree with me? The simple script? Very good. So I'll share the script. Chmod digital clock // digital clock. See? Can you see the time now? Okay. Correct, guys? So you can see the digital clock. It's a very simple script, but yeah, it is effective. Now you'll say that Rajesh, this is something like it is in a black color. I want to get the coloring also. Some coloring effect if you get it actually. Right. So what you can do here, you can open that script. Now what happened, right? So guys, there are some coloring codes are there actually. Okay. What are those coloring codes? We'll see again later, but I'll just say red equals to, okay, dollar of /e, and the color code is actually 1. Hold on, 31 10. Okay, okay, let's see. So similarly for the green color, it is a dollar of /E colon 1. It is for 32 actually. M blue. For the blue color, it is same thing like dollar of /E /1 semicolon 32. No, blue. I think it is 34 M. Yeah, this is the coloring code actually. So what you're doing, right, Rajesh? I want to be displayed in a blue color actually. Okay, dollar of blue. Okay, so let's see now. It will print and it will show in a blue color. Can you see? It will show in a blue color. Similarly, I want to show in a red color. Means now one bad thing what happened? No, you have set the coloring. Now the normal color will go off. Okay, let me do print in a blue, green, red color now. Actually. Okay. Okay, it will start showing a red color. What we can do, digital something. Non-color, none actually. Anyway, none color is equal to dollar of /E /1. I think you should give it as a 0 M like this. And here at the end, after displaying this, I think you have to use none. Let's see if it will work on. It's a red color, but when I do a country, now I'm back to the normal color, black color. So whenever you want to disable the coloring at the end, right? What happened, right? You need to always use a none actually like this. Is it clear, guys? So cat of digital clock. So this is a simple script which we have written. So first simple script. Displaying digital clock. Clear? Guys, is it clear? This is very simple requirement, right? But we are able to write a very simple script to display or to show the digital clock. Giri sir, any doubts? Kaushal, any doubt with this? No,
sir.
Shall I proceed with other script now?
Yes.
Okay, good. Sridhar, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Is it fine, Sridhar?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Now, the second question, the second script actually, very important actually. So what is our second requirement is that second script is that suppose, for example, you want to create a user account. So suppose, you know that usually what happened whenever you join in an organization, right? Usually what happened, right? You will be raising a lot of tickets for the server access. It means that your account should be created in that server where you can log into the server and where you can start working on the server, right? So usually what happened, there will be some kind of a ticketing tool in your company, right? Either you can raise it through Jira ticket or either through iWanti ticket or either through ServiceNow ticket. These are the ticketing systems tools through which actually you raise a ticket and the ticket will be assigned to some particular team. That particular admin will give an access to you for in that particular server. Right now, what that admin will do, as soon as a ticket will come to him, he will understand, okay, suppose if I'm taking a name of Sridhar, I'm just taking Sridhar. Okay, Sridhar has a newly joining. Oh, so he has to give an access to that server, right? So user account has to be created in that server, and you need to give an expiry of the password expiry also, because that as soon as he is given a username and the password, that password will be an initial password. It means that as soon as you log in, it will ask you for you to give a new password. Without giving new password, you cannot proceed, right? So first what happened, he has to first check whether the user with that same name is there or not. If it is not there, so let me create a user account with the name Sridhar. After creating, I need to give randomly some password I need to give to him. Okay, and I need to set an expiry of that password also, so that if I provide that username, and the password, as soon as you log in, it will forcibly ask you to give a new password. You have seen that many times, right? A temporary password will be given to you. You'll take that password and you log in, and immediately it'll ask you for the new password, right? How that happens? Because that they have set an expiry of that password. It means that whenever any person will log in for the first time, he might use a temporary password, but immediately what happened, it will expect you to give a new password. Okay. And after that, what happened, right? Once it is created, once the user account is created, send an email notification to the particular user that, okay, in this particular server, you have given this permission, this user account has been added, and this is the default, this is the temporary password is given. Like that, you need to send an email also. So now what happened, right? All these requests, all these things, guys, and admin has to do it in the each and every server. Now, do you think that he's going to do everything manually? No, he has to write a script, and he's to run only the script actually. So now what happened, right? He has to write a script. Like, for example, suppose that particular admin or the DevOps engineer or DevOps, he has written a script with the name something like create_user.sh. Now you will say that, sir, when I'm creating a user account, I will try to run the script create_user.sh, fine. But I need to even give some kind of I need to pass some parameters also. Like, for example, what is a parameter to pass? So I have to pass the parameter of Sridhar is the username which you have to create. And we have to even say that actually, like some comments you need to create, some comments you need to provide when you're creating it. So Sridhar, he would have joined as a senior DevOps engineer, right? So you need to provide Sridhar as a senior DevOps engineer. So you need to put a comment also like this, or else he is an IT admin. So you have to just say something like IT admin, something like this. So it means that his roles and responsibility as a Sridhar is that he's an IT admin, or else he's a senior DevOps engineer, or else he's a SRE engineer, like this. Some comment has to be given while creating user accounts. So here, my script create user, it is expecting two parameters. One is the username Sridhar, and other is nothing but the comments. So what is it actually? Create_user.sh. So first parameter is nothing but the username, and the second parameter is nothing but the comments. It means that some comment you need to pass. Suppose assume that you are only giving a username. You are not giving any comments at all. Still the script should run, still the script should create a user account. So it is not mandatory that you need to always pass the comment. Suppose in case if you are ignored as a user, you have ignored the comment, no problem, but still the script should run. And it should create that user account. Is it clear, guys? This is my requirement actually. Right? So usually you know that in an organization, right, where a user joins and in your organization, right, he has to get access to a lot of servers. And every server, what happened, that you need to create user accounts. So there would be some kind of automated script is already written over there where that particular DevOps engineer or the system admin will run that script to make sure that user account for that it is created, as well as some random password is also generated for that particular user, so that the passwords can be, it will be a one-time usage for the password. So like that, and finally, if all the work is done, you need to shoot out an email also finally, saying that, oh, Sridhar has a user account for the Sridhar in that particular server has been created, and this is nothing but your temporary password. Like that, a mail has to get sent to the Sridhar account. So guys, what you need to do that whenever you have got any requirement, whenever you have got any, suppose any task is given to you in your organization, suppose this itself is a task that given to you in your company by your lead. Now, what you need to understand first is that actually first you need to list out the requirement for this task. Okay. So now, if you are a very clever guy, what you're going to do in a paper, you're going to write like this. What are the requirements? First requirement is that the script should be executed with root user only, or else, okay, if root is not root, or if he is not root user, else exit with the status code as 1 and mention the error message. But it means that only a root user or sudo user like that, or sudo user can only run that script. Else, if these users are not there, if some other user is executing, then it has to exit out with the status. So this is my requirement. It means that, okay, my script has to get executed only by a normal user, root user, not by a normal user, right? That is my first requirement. Second requirement, right? The script will take first argument as user, and rest other will be treated as comments. That's what I mentioned, right? Here, this is the comment actually. So rest, apart from this, what are the other things you're passing, right? That should be treated as a comments only, like that. So that is my second requirement within my script. So whenever I'm writing a script, I need to even make sure that, okay, first argument should always be username, and that should be right. What are the things? Other things, guys. Auto generate password for the user. So you need to automatically generate a password. How to automatically generate a password? Is there any way to automatically generate a password? We will see later. Don't worry. So it means that my requirement is that I have to auto generate. What is the fourth requirement? Okay, auto generate. Okay, upon successful execution of script, the script, okay, should display the following. The script should display the following, like this. What are the? It should display the following, like something like it should display the following, something like username is something like Sridhar. Password, some random password. So not but auto-generated password. He should get like this. You should, when after the script execution, at the end, it should show me the output like this. And the third is not but the server name or the host name. Or the host name, like that, server name. So name of the server. So this is what my requirement. At the end, I should display this with this information. Sridhar, and what is the password, auto-generate password, and last the in which server the host name is generated. Clear, guys? So whenever you get any script to write, you need to first gather your requirements like this. First, you need to, or else you keep it in your mind. Okay, what and all I need to take care when I'm writing a script. Is it clear, Sridhar? Rudreya, is it clear my requirement? So this is the best practice, guys. Whenever you have a script, even I also do the same thing. Whenever I get a task, right, I'll also first understand that what is the requirement for this particular task. I need to gather the requirements. So I will write in a white paper like this. And if you want add, you can later add also some more requirement. But okay, this is my basic requirement, which I need to fulfill while writing a script actually. Now, after doing this, what are the steps you need to follow? Steps to follow. Guys, I might not be doing the same thing for every script execution now. I'm only telling you for this only now. For only one example or two examples, I'll show you. For all examples which I will be showing for the intermediate or for the advanced scripts, right? I will directly start writing a script. I will not say, okay, I will write the requirement, then I will write the steps. No, I will not do all those things. Only for one or two only I will show, because to make sure that you should understand, right, when you are given any task, right, what should be your approach. Right? If I start explaining for every script like that, right, whatever I explain, right, it will take a lot of time for me. I'll not be able to complete this course at all. Is it clear, Girish, Kaushal? Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
So please don't expect the same thing for every script, whatever I do. Directly start writing a script. I'll explain the script line by line, but you need to understand, okay, whenever I write a script, I need to first get the requirement, and then I need to, what are the steps to follow to write a script, This also you can write it down, guys, in the white paper, or it's in some notepad or anywhere. What is it actually? Okay. So script should be executed at the root user only. Okay. So what is it actually? It means that whenever writing any script actually, please check if the script is being executed by super user or root user, right? Super user mother root user privileges. Oh, it means that Rajesh, I need should be always be as a root user, right? Yeah, when you're executing a script, you should be as a root user. Okay, fine, good. So when a user doesn't supply, if the user doesn't supply at least one argument or the parameter, then give them help. It means that you have to show help is, so if you are just running create user.h without passing parameter, it should say you should display the usage A. You have to provide like this one, usage, USAG. It need to provide some kind of a help for usage for you. Okay, good. What is my third point? The first parameter, okay, whenever you're writing a script, the first parameter is the username. Okay, very good. The same thing as whatever we have recommended, same thing. The rest of the parameters are for the comments. Okay, and what is the other thing? So I need to generate the password. So guys, how to generate a password like this? Like for example, you have various methods are there to create a random password. Like for example, you can use the there is a shell environment variable by name random, RANDOM. I can use that random variable to generate the password. This is one method. Like for example, if I go here and if I do a echo $ of a random, see, it will randomly generate a number. See, can I use this as a password to set a password for that user? Yes, they can set the password. But sometimes what happens, right? This random number will generate only 2-digit value. But whenever you're creating a user account by name user add command, it expects minimum 3 characters to be given. So under some situation, maybe this random might fail, because when you are expecting the random to generate the number, maybe sometime what happens, the random might generate only 2 characters only, or 2 strings only, or 2 numbers, like 85. So in that case, what happens, the user add command will fail actually, or else the password will fail. So I cannot take a risk of using random. I can do it random, but sometime what happens, right? The random might not properly work. Then in that case, what is the other way I need to generate? Is there any way? Yes, there are multiple ways are there actually. You can do it, but yeah, assume that this is what I'm using it now. Okay, I might use a random to generate the password. So like this. Is it clear, guys? Or else, Rajesh, is there any way I don't want to use a random? I want to randomly give. Yeah, you can run some kind of a date command, because date is having a lot of formatting, right? Like this, you have %F, %M, like this, %M, like %T, %S. Can I use some kind of a date command of the formatting, this to generate as some random number, this to generate it, and then this itself will be setting as a password for that user? Yeah, you can do that way also. So this is a next way, another way. So like that way, there are many ways are there, guys, where you can generate some random password, and you can set a random password for that user actually. Okay, fine. Okay, my issue has been resolved. How to generate it means I can either use this, or either use a date command with this some formatting option. Any one I will be using in my script actually to generate a password. Okay, fine. So what is my 6th requirement actually? Creator. Now the next comes out, create the user actually. Create the user with the password. Whatever the password generated, right? The random password, with that you need to create a user account. The last is that word to see if the user add command succeeds or not. In some machine or in some operating system, user add command might not work properly. Add user will work. We don't know, right? Maybe you need to even check if the user add command successfully execute or not. Sometimes the user add command will not work properly. Under that case, what are you going to do, guys? You have to check, right? If the user itself will fail, right? Then what happened? You need to get a error condition. Okay. After that, what you have to do? You know that first time when I do login, it has to Set the password. Okay, set the password means that I need to set a expiry of the password also, random password, so that a user cannot use this random generated password always. Only for first time login only. And the what is the other step? To see if the passwd command succeeded or not. Same thing as the user command has executed succeeded. User add command has executed succeeded or not. Similarly, I need to even check the passwd command has executed successfully or not. That also I need to check it actually. And what is it? Yeah, force password change on first time use or on the first login. And the last point I can just say display the username. What else I have mentioned? Username, password, and the server name where the user is created. So this is all, guys, I need to write in my script so that I need to fulfill the requirements. So this is my requirement now. So I need to write a script where I need to follow all this requirement to complete the task, whatever is given by my manager. So this is a script I need to write. Is it clear, guys? Can we start writing a script now? Though it looks very simple, right? But you have to do many things here. You have to do a lot of checks, everything. Make sure that you are a root user. Make sure that you are generating a password. Make sure that you are setting a password so that only one time login will happen. And finally displaying all this requirement. Right? So your script might be little big now. It will go a little bit more number of lines now. Right? So now let us go now. Right? So let me go to the server. So now what I will do, vi something create user dot sh hashbang hashbin slash bash. This is my first line. Guys, whenever you are writing any script, actually, always it is better that you need to always mention who's author. As I said earlier, Rajesh is author. What is the description of that script, of a script? Okay, creates user accounts. Okay, and then like revision, like for example, the script might be like 1.0 version, but tomorrow somebody will come and enhance the script, right? He will add one more revision like this actually. Revision of 2.0 like this. It is always good practice that people who will do it actually. Ramesh has did, and what all changes he did, all those things he will mention in the comment in the revision, so that if anybody watches it, okay, first time this script was written by some person by name Rajesh, and you can even mention the time and date also, which time and date he executed or which day he wrote the script. And the second revision, okay, somebody by name Ramesh has did some more changes like that, and he has written what are the changes. This is always a best practice whenever any people are writing script, right? And now this is some kind of information you have written in at the top of the script. Fine, good. After that, what happened, right? Now you should start looking into your steps. What are the steps you are there, right? Steps. Check if the script is being executed root user or not. So always, whenever you are writing a script, always make sure that, okay, you mention like this, hash script should be, for your understanding, should be executed by or with sudo or root access. Like this, you have to write it always. And then how do you do that actually? You know that in your Linux, actually, you have something like a echo $UID. Or else I have a command as ID-U. This also, it's either I can use echo $UID or ID-U. So anyone I can use to check which is the user who's been working. So here it is a root user. So what I'm doing, guys, I'm just doing if of double bracket $of like this also can use UID is not equal to 0. If it is not equal to 0, then echo please run with sudo or root user, and then say exit 1 and close this condition if with fi. So this is my first requirement. So I fulfill this first requirement. Is it clear till here, guys? Now, what is my second requirement? If you see the document, you will understand. Okay, second requirement that actually if the user doesn't supply at least one argument, then give them the help menu. Okay, fine. That is my second requirement. So what is it actually? Hash user should provide at least one argument as user name. Else guide him or suggest whatever. Guide him. Else guide him with usage. Something. I mean, usage of means usage of the script actually. Or else guide him. That is sufficient. So now what happened, right? So now you need to minimum mandatory pass at least one parameter at least, right? So you know that the positional parameter, there is something like a dollar hash will maintain the count, right? You know that dollar will maintain the count. So I will use this only actually. Okay. So how to do that actually? You know very well that I have to use if condition, double bracket, dollar of hash lesser than 1. If it is lesser than 1, then echo usage, right? Your script will be in a zeroth position parameter, means your script, okay, and the username, okay, and the comments, like this, right? This should be your usage like this. Echo create a user with the name, something like user underscore name, and comments field and comments field FILD of comment. Yeah. Exit 2. Close this condition. Okay. So now you have even satisfied your second requirement now. The third requirement is that actually, what is the third requirement? The third requirement is that actually the first parameter is a username. Okay, it means that I need to pass a first parameter. Okay, because I want to make this script as something like where I don't want to hard code any value, because a lot of users will be getting generated. Right? I need to use some kind of a variable and where I can store the username as an argument. So how to do that? So you'll go and think. I'll just say store.
Sir, for the second requirement, we need to have one argument from the user that we can do from a read command, right? Or how we can do?
No, because you are passing it during runtime, right? You need to pass along the script name. You need to pass other username like this, as I mentioned, right? / create underscore user, or else sh space create underscore user Sridhar. Like this, you need to pass it. This is in a zeroth position parameter, and this is in a first position parameter. This is my requirement. You cannot hard code the Sridhar inside the script. Today Sridhar has created, tomorrow Ravi has to get created, day after tomorrow Rajesh has to be created, right? You have to always pass it as a positional parameter. It means that you have to pass an argument when the script is getting executed. So hence what I'm doing here, I'm showing that you need to pass some parameter. That's the reason I'm setting this condition. If $hash is less than 1, it means that you need to pass it, then you have to exit out from it. If you're not passing any one argument, you have to exit out with the status 2. Now let us see now. Okay, I don't think it's a good thing that you asked me now. Okay, now you could see that actually, guys. Now I'll save the script. I'll say chmod /x create user.sh. Now I'll run the script. See, my script is this only. Only these are the only lines. So now what happened that I need to pass some parameter. Well, script is getting executed. Dot slash create user dot user. Suppose assume that I'm not passing any parameter as a user. See, it'll throw error saying that usage. So you need to run the script. You need to provide some username and you need to provide some comments. And here you're getting create user with the username user and the comment field of the comments like this. So you are giving something like this. But here what happened, right? When the script has failed here, see, create user dot sh, you are exiting out with the value 2. So when I'm executing the script without passing any parameter, right? It means that you're exiting with the 2. So when you do an echo $2, echo question mark, here, so you're getting to exit out 1. First condition is passed. Anyhow, you are a root user. Assume that actually you are exiting this out. Let me, because it's created by the root user only, create user. Okay. And where is it, guys? It is then the slash root only. Normal user might not have the permission to run this. So hence, suppose assume that if the CentOS user is there and he is executing the script dot slash root slash create. See, you don't have a permission to run it actually. Or else sh space slash root as create and hyphen user dot sh. Basically, I don't have permission because I am not. See, if you execute echo $UID, you know very well that it is not 0, it is 1000 actually. So the first condition itself will fail it actually for him. Forget about the second condition. First itself will fail because here the effective user is not 0. This itself will exit out with this, providing this information will exit from 1. It will not go with the second condition only. But here, since we are running or we are working as a root user only here, so in my case, I'm getting failed with the second condition here only because I need to pass some parameter, right, when the script is getting executed. Now, so go back here. Now come back here, come back to script now. Now what you have to do now? Next, that you need to store the first argument. First argument is the username as a username. So for that, what I will do, I'll use some variables like user underscore name is equal to $1. Okay, it means that when I'm passing any username, right, when I execute a script, that $1 that will be saved to the variable by name username underscore name. Okay, very good. Now, even if you want to pass it, you can even pass it also. Echo $user underscore name. See, can I run this? Yeah, run this. See, dot slash create. First, you are running without passing any parameter. Dot slash create user dot sh. Okay, it is failing. Now I will just say, okay, Rajesh, let me pass either. See, now why? So it has been assigned to the variable or username. Next line, I'm printing it actually here, just to make sure if this is working or not. Okay, you can keep it echo or you don't want to keep it echo, but just for your sake, I'm just using echo command to just see that okay, username is actually taking. It means that $1 is working. Okay. Now, what is my requirement is that actually that whatever I'm passing after username, whatever I'm passing as a comment, that has to be treated as a comments actually. That has to be treated as a comments actually. Now what happened after the username, guys? After the username, so dot slash create user dot sh space Sridhar space. Oh, he's an IT admin like this. Suppose when you're using when you're creating user account, you'll do like this. Oh, he's an IT admin. This is the comment you have to do. So even this comment has to be considered, right? So after the first, what are the strings we are passing on? That has to be treated as a comments only. So in case of more than one argument like this, you're passing a second argument, but you're passing a string that has to be considered as a comments for that. So you need to store in some variable as a comment. How you can take it after this how you can take it this as a string actually? How you can consider this can be treated as a $2, $3, $4. But you are saying that Rajesh, everything has to be treated. Whatever I'm passing, everything has to be treated as a single comment only, as a comment variable. Then guys, there is something known as a shift is there. So if you're saying shift 1, 2, 3 like this, or shift 1, what it will consider? No, it will it will discard the first value and it will consider the second value like this. Which of the shift value was 1 actually? Shift of 100. And if you do echo dollar of, it will take as 100. So it means that if you want to do one shift in array, it means that now you're passing it actually. Okay. Now already this value Sridhar has been considered now. So this is the first argument. After that, if you're applying a shift over here in this array, right, it will consider this as a comment. So shift will take consider as a this output actually. As this output. It means the shift will not consider this one, it will consider this one. So can I use the shift command there only? Yes, you can do. You can use it in a script. Come over here. So if a user is passing, suppose I'll write here. In case of more than one argument, store it as account comments. For that, first what you're going to do, you have to use the shift command. Okay. After that, what you have to do that something comment is equal to. Now after the shifting, whatever the value, whatever you are passing, that everything will be treated. You have to treat everything as a single string only. You know that you are having something like a $@ or $star. $star means everything. So you are considering all the string whatever passing is a $star, $@. So clear, guys? So it means that whatever IT admin, everything should be considered as a comment only. And then you can even say echo dollar comment. See. Now let me say this. Let me run the script like this. Just see that, and he's an IT admin. See, the comment will be in the comment variable. You have IT admin, and in the $0, $1 is this one. $2 is nothing but comment. This everything is a string as a comment. It's taking as a comment. Okay, I got fulfilled this thing. Two things. So either I can only send the Sridhar without sending comment, or either I can even send with a comment also. For that, see what happened, right? I've already added a condition saying that okay, in case of more than one argument, so I will make that as a comment variable, and then like I will just display it. Now what happened, guys? Now next is that actually what happened, right? You need to create a random password. You need to create a random password. Yeah. What is it? Your comment, create a random password. To create a random password, either you can use a random variable like this, or $random variable. Okay, that you can read it to something like a random.file, random.txt file, like that you can do. Or else what you can do that, as I said earlier, you can use a date command. If you use a date command with the plus %s, capital N, I'm getting some big number like this. Can I consider this as a random password? Yes. And this is more than 2 characters. See, always it will be a more character only. So I can use this as a password, random generate password, with the %s and capital N option. Correct? So now what I will do that, I will use this technique actually. Create user, come over here at the down of the script, remove this line. I don't want this. Now what happened that I need to use the password is equal to $ of bracket state plus %s %n capital N, right? And then close this. And you can even print also. If you want to print it, you can print it. So shall we run this again? Just to see till now whether it is working fine or not. Our script. Yeah, it is working. So Sridhar username is getting generated, comment you got it, and this random generated password also you got it. Good, very good. It means that our script is working till here. Like this, you have to even do a lot of times. Whatever that till what time, till how many number of lines you have written, right? Or till what logic you have written, you can execute manually also and see that okay, you're proceeding further in the right direction. It means that nothing is breaking in your script now. Everything is working fine now. Till here, it is working fine now. Like this, you have to understand. Right? Come down here. Now, what is our requirement? Next requirement. The next requirement is that you need to create a user account actually, right? Later, you can remove this echo command, echo $password, echo user. You can remove it because just to show you, I'm using echo, but I don't need it always actually. So once again, guys, I'm getting call. My brother is calling. Once again. Yeah, thank you, Ram. So, Ram, yeah, thank you, Ram. So, what I was trying to say that actually, that this is taking today, now it is taking more time. No worries for us. But what happened, this will definitely help you to write a better script in the near future. So, that's what you should always have a habit of writing a script like this. So, what I have to do now, random number generated, now I have to create a user account. So, there's a command known as the user add command. But sometimes, guys, what happened now, when you're writing a script, I have faced personally this issue. Okay. What is the issue mean? For example, sometimes you will execute the command, that command will not execute properly. So if you're executing which user add in your system, it will give the path saying that slash it's been user add. In some system, what happened, right? It will be under slash usr it's been user add. It will be like this actually. So the command would be placed in some path. We don't know. Either you have to use this one, or else if you say which user add, we already execute this command. It show me that it is then the slash has been. You can give a complete path of this command also. You have to give a complete path. So now come back to here, create user. Come down here, guys. I know it is taking more time, but trust me, we will be able to understand in a better way all our upcoming sessions. So add user command, add user or user add command. You need to provide the comments. You can say -c comment. Okay, that is an option. Color of comment -m and you need to pass that username. So you have already saved this $1, right, to your variable username, right? Same username you have to use it like this. Now once a user add is getting executed, you need to check now whether user add has actually executed successfully or not. What you're going to do? We'll just say if the user is successfully created or not. So for that, what you're going to do, you'll say if I know that $question mark, if it is equal to zero, then it means it's successful. Or else not equal to zero. Assume that $question is not equal to zero, then echo the username account is not created except with the 3 value. Close this condition with F5. Okay. Here also I'm checking the error condition saying that okay, this command, if it is failed, then you need to verify, you have to say that okay, it has not been created. Sometimes it happens, user add command might fail it for some reason. Okay, now what happened, right? So user account is created, you have to set a password for the user account, right? How to set a password? So set the password for the user. How to set a password? I have to say echo $ of whatever the password you have created, right? Password 552. There's a command as a PSSWD, password -FN HTTP in input and user underscore name. This is what you have to set a password. So now here also you need to check, right? If password is successfully set or not. How you're going to successfully set or not? How you do that? Because always you will use this, right? Echo $question mark. If it is not equal to zero, if the output of that, if it is successfully not been executed, then echo the password would not be set for the user $username underscore name. Exit with the value 4 and close this if condition therefore. Clear? Now what happened, right? You need to even set the force expiry of that password so that if a user use that password, it should be one time, right? So what it is? Force password change on first login. How do you do that? You have to use the command password -e option you have to use. So $user_name. So it means that you're setting it to expiry of 1 day only. It means that as soon as somebody logs in, right, immediately the password has to get expired actually. So you have to use the -e option. After that, what at the end, guys? Display the username, password, and server name or host name, you say, where user is created. Echo username $of user_name. Simple. Then I'll say echo. Then again say echo password $of PASHWRD. Echo. Okay, echo host name $of host. These are command actually. That's all, guys. Our script is done now. Right? We have written a script. Right? How many lines of script we have written? If you see the script, open it. Set NU. See, we would have nearly written some 78 lines of code actually. Right? Some small script we have written where a user account has to be created, but you are seeing that a lot of error condition we are checking out here in every time. And we have another requirement of randomly generating the password, right? Setting the password expiry. So many things we are doing it actually here, right, guys? So many things we are doing here, and it looks good actually. Yeah, this script looks good. Fine. Now I'll say the script. So now I have already given a chmod plus x create. Yeah, it is created. Now I'll execute the script. If I'm not writing anything, if you're not passing anything, yeah, it will show me this error. Good. Now what happened? I need to create a Sridhar. Okay, and put the comment like IT admin. See, guys, it has created. This is a Sridhar IT. This is a random password. All password authenticator token is updated. Fine. Expiring password of the user account. Password is success. User is this one. Password is this, and the host name is CentOS server. So this entire user account for the information has been set here. So here, let me take this and copy it over here. Now you could see that Sridhar account has been created. How to verify? You will say Rajesh cd/home to answer enter. Can you see Sridhar account has been created here? Yeah, it is created now. Now shall I log in? Yeah, you can log in, man. Sudo, or else let me do one thing. Let me exit out from here. I'll just say sudo su-Sridhar. So Sridhar has logged in, but when he tried to log into his machine, right, by using some user and password, right, he'll definitely ask for the password for the first time, actually. Because I'm a CentOS user, yes, right? Or else switch user, Sridhar. It is asking for the password. I need to give this password actually. I'll copy it and I'll give the password. Enter. It is asking immediately, whenever, as soon as you log in, it is asking for the password, new password. So I'll give the password as something like CSHRE 3@123. Right. You are required to change your password immediately. Root enforced actually. Okay. It means that actually you have to sudo su-Sridhar. Then it has to ask the password. So you have to give the password. change the password, you're required to change your password immediately, root enforced. Correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has to take, guys, actually. But because I'm using a sudo here, right? SU, right? Somehow it has a root enforcement. That's what it is not taking. But usually this issue will also be resolved. You can resolve this issue also. But you understood overall, right, how things works, right? So as soon as the user logs, right, it will ask you to give a new password. He will give the new password, and new password will be set for you. So this is one of the way, guys, where you will be, or else I'll do one thing. I will switch to the root user only. Okay, root user only. Root user only will do an SU to Sridhar. Like this. Switch user. SU to Sridhar. Okay, he has already switched actually. But it is not asking for the password. But usually what happened, the password, if you give, he will have the root enforced. So it asks you to give the new password. So he will give it, password will be set actually. That is for sure. Now it is asking for the current password. That's correct. And it has asked, we are given no. But because of some reason, it requires the enforcing root. Maybe sudo is required for you to set a new password for the Sridhar. Okay. So guys. Okay, so I think we have fulfilled our requirement of creating user account. Okay. Now, so let me exit out. Cat of create user. Let me copy the script. Okay, this is our script actually. So I will write about this and paste this copy. Clear? And this is the output actually. Output of script execution. Okay. Okay. What else you have? Okay, guys. Friends, we'll continue. We'll write one more script. Just a second. Let me switch off the fan. Friends, are you finding interesting or you're finding bored, or is it something? How are you feeling about the scripting? Nothing. Whatever the command I'm executing, everything I'm writing in a file and I'm executing. That's all. But yes, you need to do a lot of error condition. You need to have a good understanding of the command and the option so that whatever is your requirement, right, for the particular task, you should be able to achieve it actually. So you should be good in commands, good in some options with that commands, right? You should be good in little bit logically, like that's very simple logic you need to apply in your script. And then you have to make sure that a lot of error conditions is added in your script so that at any circumstance, right, if the script fails, right, it should come out, right? It should not execute further. The execution should not happen. It should immediately come out from that so that you are adding all kind of error condition over there. Correct, guys? So now, so guys, can you continue? Can you continue with one more script and then we'll stop today's session? So today evening, again, I think around 6 o'clock evening, we'll take one more session. We'll continue from here itself. Is it clear? Naresh, Priyanka, Ram, Rudra, is it clear with everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, shall we continue one more script now? Okay, good. Yes, sir. Any doubts? Somebody was supposed to ask something.
Enough, sir. We'll continue your time.
Enough, huh? Okay, fine. Fine, Rudra. As you say. Guys, what we'll do, we will continue at the evening 6 o'clock, where we will see some more scripts, advanced scripts. No, I'm not mute, man, Ram. I'm not in mute. Guys, are you able to hear me?
Yes, Rajesh.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
okay. So we'll stop it here. And today evening, we will see some more advanced scripts. We will see. Now what happened, right? I will not write all this requirement now. Straight away, I will start writing a script actually. And you ask me, sir, why you have written this, why you have written this, or else I will only explain all the lines, whatever I'm writing, so that you will understand it very better way. And then same thing, guys, you need to write it, the script in your system, and you need to execute it. So some days, guys, you need to practice all the scripts, what I've written, right? You have to just copy, paste, and execute, copy, paste, and execute it. Right? And make sure that you need to understand line by line what the script does. That is very much important, actually. And later we will see many of the advanced scripts. When you start seeing that, you will be understanding very closely how these are working. Clear? Okay, fine. So, guys, I will stop the recording. 1 second. I'll stop the recording.